I'm Ian Clark, and this is my interactive advanced concept presentation number 8, the kinetic sand. We're going to make some kinetic sand and explain the science behind it. So kinetic sand is it's sand mixed with a polymer, a macromolecule. And polymer is a long repeating chain of molecules composed of carbon and hydrogen. And starch is a naturally occurring polymer. So the polymer of cornstarch, dish soap, and water is the suspension for the sand, and that's where we'll get this consistency it's kind of like a liquid, kind of like a solid. The sand and cornstarch are dispersed in the liquid, and the water is trapped between the long starch chains, and this causes the sand and starch to be suspended. The force of squishing the materials together makes it feel like a solid, and when that force is released, it goes kind of back to a liquid form. But too much water would in the suspension, and it would fall apart. This is a non-Newtonian fluid because the viscosity changes when force approaches, or when force is applied. So we'll make the kinetic sand. So first we'll start with 1 cup of clay sand. I have some decorative sand, similar, just a bit more fine. So this is a 1/2 cup measure, so we'll do 2. And then a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. And then 1 tablespoon of dish soap. So we'll mix this together first, and then get the starch spread out within the sand, and then we'll add a little bit of water to it. Most of the dish soap seems to be sticking to my gloves. We'll add the water a little at a time so it can mix up. So here we have it. It's a bit more liquid than I like, but it's the right consistency. I could probably add a little more sand and try to get the rest of this cornstarch out. I don't think I need any more water. So as you can see, it's like a liquid, but it's still a solid. If you squeeze it together, it's a suspension. So it's a polymer with a solid suspended within it. And that's how we get kinetic sand. And this is the end of my interactive advanced concept presentation 8.